Okay, Year 12, let's look at example 3 together. And I introduced you to this the other day. This is the result for the reverse chain rule that's on the reference sheet. And many of you, when you looked at that previously, thought that was overly complex. But I think now is a good time to revisit and see how it can actually be of benefit to you. So this is when we're going to integrate something in the form where we have a function being raised to a power, and then at the front of that function we've actually got the derivative of what's inside the brackets. So let's for one moment have a look at how this question we can solve using this result from the reference sheet. So if you look at it here, our function here is 1 minus 3x. So this is our function, and it's being raised to a power of 5, so our value for n is 5. And then what we've got in front of it, this negative 3, is actually the derivative of what's inside the brackets. Now look at here, the derivative of what's inside this bracket is negative 3. So this is a perfect example where we can use what's on the reference sheet to help us find the result from this integral. Now the question that it states on the reference sheet that the result for this is the function to the power of n plus 1 over n plus 1 plus our constant. So our function here is 1 minus 3x. Now we're going to take that function. So for this question, f of x is equal to 1 minus 3x. Okay, and we're using this result here to help us. So we take our function and we raise it to the power of n plus 1. N was previously 5, so n plus 1 is to the power of 6, and then over n plus 1, which is 6, plus our constant. Okay, so this is our final answer. How can we check that this is correct? If we differentiate this result, now you don't have to do this in each question, but let's just have a look so that we can verify that what we've done is correct. If I was to differentiate 1 minus 3x to the power of 6 all over 6, when I differentiate that, I bring the power to the front, 6 times 1 minus 3x to the power of 5, because I remove 1 from the indice, all over 6, because this was a constant multiplier, so it will remain here. Then I can see that I can cancel these 6's, and my result is just 1 minus 3x to the power of 5, which is my original, times it by the derivative of what's in the brackets.